There goes Bob leaving Broken Bow. I'm here in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and I know you can't see her over there, but there's a deer kind of blending in with the grass and stuff. And taking a dump, actually. I've got a mug that I bought from Bass Pro Shops that has a deer taking a crap. It says on there, "My food poops on your food." You know, for vegetarians. You know, it says, "Dear, hey vegetarians, my food poops on your food." Well, she's all walking off now. I think Bob scared her. Oh. Anyways, still got a little mess back there when we get out of there. But, anyways, trucker vlog, a little off subject, not trucking related. But as you could, I don't know if you could really see, this necklace is a rebel flag type necklace. Okay. If you see on my Facebook, you'll see I got a rebel flag. As of right now, you know, we changed our profile pics, but profile pic is a rebel flag. Now, I haven't got any hate of it over it that I know of. A lot of people, if they don't like what I say, they don't really come back to what I have to say. They just click defriend, and that's fine. You know, I don't blame you, because if you're a liberal sitting there talking about go Obama and it's at nauseum, and if I don't know you really, you're gone. But, you know, if I know you, I'm not going to, like, defriend you just because, you know, that, you know, it may be something else. But anyways, it's just Facebook anyway. Alright, that's beside the point, but Facebook, it's just Facebook. But the Confederate flag, the rebel flag, I call it the Confederate flag for y'all, because that's what y'all know it by. So I call it the Confederate flag. The rebel flag is the way we say it down here in the South. Down here in the Southland, and not really just the South, up north too, they fly the rebel flag. It's not the Confederate flag. Yes, I know they were the rebels back in the Civil War. I know this. Don't tell me about this. But when it comes down to this, is that has nothing to do with hate. It doesn't. Gosh, man. It has nothing to do with hate at all. What it has to do with is a lifestyle. Some people, it has to do with their heritage. I don't really call it my heritage, you know. From what I gather, some of my ancestors in Arkansas owned a plantation, but I don't know if they had slaves, because it was like in the mountains areas. So as far as my ancestors go, from dating back, you know, I don't think any of my ancestors owned, but that's not really the point. But the point is, it's not my heritage. I embrace more of the European heritage. I embrace more of the Indian heritage that I have. You know, just all cultures all mixed into me. You know, I'm just all these cultures mixed into one. You know, so, but my present culture, my present way of life is a Southern way of life. I mean, y'all know me. I'm wearing camouflage, for crying out loud. You know, living out in the sticks, living out in the country, and having not a rebellious lifestyle. I don't really rebel. I mean, to a certain extent I do. I rebel against, like, the system and the way the trends are. Because, you know, if you have to watch the neatest thing on TV because it's the hottest thing on TV, I haven't watched one show of Sons of Anarchy or Breaking Bad. Not one show. Why? Because everybody else is doing it? That's not the good reason enough for me to watch it. Now, I like things the way I like things, you know. I wear things because I wear things. I like to do things the way I do things because I like it. I like the music that I like because I like it, not because someone else likes it, you know. And more people are becoming more just, you know, by the trend. whatever's popular, that's what they do. The newest thing. So I think people are going away from being original and being, I won't say selfish, but just, be yourself. So the whole rebel flag thing, for me, shows a southern way of life. And if you don't live down south, if you don't live in the country, you can live down south and never leave the city. It's not the southern way of life. The southern way of life is living out in the country, working your tail off, having fun, drinking tea, some drink beer. I don't mind a beer every now and then, but it's just not, I don't sit there and go to town with it. Stuff like that. Eating good food, just, loving your neighbor, having faith, this type of stuff. This is a southern way of life. Slow. Yes, we're slow. And some people don't have that. They don't understand that. So what they think they understand is the rebel flag is full of hate, and it's not. And of course, anytime people see that, they just go, red flag, oh no, not red flag, that's kind of, but it's like, oh no, this guy's racist, Even though we get people from up north and talking about rednecks like us, talking about how we like to go and mess around with our sister, and chew tobacco and type stuff, So there's a lot of hypocrisy out there when it comes to that. Oh, it's full of hate. That rebel flag is full of hate. But then you sit there and mock us and claim we sleep with our sister. I mean, who's full of hate here? We're sitting there just rejoicing in our way of life and just being proud of our way of life, what we do, how we live, the fun we like to have, things we pass down to our kids. We get hated for that. So there's some hypocrisy there. But this is not hate. This is not hate. The rebel flag is not hate. The rebel flag, if you look at it also at a political type of view, it's also saying we don't want the federal government to control us on what we want to do. That was the whole Confederacy thing. That was the whole Confederacy thing. It wasn't, and that was the whole thing about the Union coming down on slavery and stuff. If you go look at your history books, it wasn't all about just the slavery. It was about controlling these people. Controlling businesses and stuff. Much like you have now. If the Confederacy would have won, let's just say, if the Confederacy won, I still think slavery would have been abolished. I still think that. Because there's a human factor to it. Slavery would have been abolished probably around the same time. Civil rights movement would have happened. And that flag wouldn't have been full of hate. It wasn't full of hate before. Search on YouTube, black man and rebel flag. Search it. You will find many black people with the rebel flag flying it and tell you the reason why they fly it. And you'll find that it's a lot of same stories like mine. Hey, it's a southern way of life. It's just how I live. It's who I am. The flag doesn't represent me, but hey, it makes a statement showing that this is who this is the type of person I am. When you're dealing with me, you're dealing with a country boy. You're dealing with a redneck. No, I don't sleep with my sister. Okay? Those whole stereotypes that get thrown across us is, that's hate. Y'all, you talk about hate. You're hate because you got the rebel flag. You know what hate is? Hate is that, sitting there talking about sleeping with our sister, only got 2 teeth, and, sleeping in a trailer park, just that stuff. That's hate. So, it goes both ways, folks. But no, this is not hate. This is a way of life. And yeah, sometimes I have to hide this because of the ignorance. You know, people don't understand. If people would come straight up and ask, I'd tell them. But people don't get it, you know, and so I gotta do what I do to not offend anybody. But when it comes to social media, when it comes to this, wearing it out on the weekend, or just if I'm not at customers or whatever, I'll wear it because I'm not politically correct, folks, if you can tell. All right, I guess I've rambled on too much there. So, from Broken Bow, Oklahoma, home of the country boy. Country boy can survive. Really, I mean, this is just country boy heaven down here. It really is. You ought to come down here, Beaver's Bend, and go camping out. Southeast Oklahoma. All right, y'all. We'll talk with y'all maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, so we'll know. But subscribe if you want to. You can comment if you have a reason to comment. If you have a reason to say something to me, say it. If you like the video, if you want to like it, like it. If you want to dislike it, dislike it. If you want to see more of my videos, subscribe. I don't want you to for numbers. Just do it if you want to. I don't care. I do these for fun, just like you watch YouTube for fun, or you make videos for fun. You know how it is. This is just fun. It's just fun to do. It's not my business. Anyways, so y'all take care out there in 73.